First, a disclaimer. All of the videos or websites that I mention are linked in the description below. Now, on to the madness. The sunflower garden madness. It all started simply with my introduction to herbalism. I saw a YouTube video by M.I. Gardner about how dandelions, although they're considered a weed because they're unsightly, are actually a valuable resource. He described the benefits of dandelions, how to harvest the roots, leaves, and flowers and make them into teas to extract those beneficial properties. Interesting! And I immediately made my own dandelion tea. It was very tea-like. Then I thought, what else can I do with dandelions? As if YouTube could read my mind, it recommended a beautifully shot dandelion video. It was a dandelion lotion bar recipe by girl in Calico. I'd never even heard of a lotion bar, but I eyed my lotion bottle. It was getting low. Okay, well, this photo is from today, so it's obviously empty now, but it wasn't then, obviously. So I wanted to try a lotion bar, less plastic, less waste, good for the environment, all wins. But dandelion season was over, so lotion bars were off the table and I moved on. Luck would have it that I would stumble on an old video from a homesteading channel called Refuge that I watch religiously. It was about infused oils. This video helped me understand that the girl in Calico was making a fast-processed infused oil, but that you can put all kinds of herbs or flowers in oils, set them in a pantry for 3 to 4 weeks to infuse, or fast-process them and use the oil in all sorts of ways. Including, obviously, the intriguing lotion bars, because that bottle was only getting more empty. It was at this time that the rose bush beneath our bedroom window bloomed. I mean, we just bought this house. We didn't know it was a rose bush, but then I knew. And I Googled the recipe. Rose lotion bars by the nerdy farm wife. It was fate. I dried some rose petals. I grabbed the extra virgin olive oil out of the cupboard and I used all of it. After I set it safely in the pantry to start infusing, I pulled out my laptop to do some belated research, a common theme for me. What oil options are out there? What oil is the most environmentally friendly? Like, that's the oil I wanted to buy, right? Or could I make my own? I harbor a secret longing to be self-sufficient. So all of a sudden, I'm eyeballing a $700 electric cold oil press machine that promises to provide max clean oil output. It also boasts a good customer service and dependable parts. I've never even seen sunflower oil that I can recall, but the homesteading channel I can't get enough of, Roots and Refuge, is growing sunflowers. Could I grow sunflowers and harvest the seeds to make my own oil? I buy 150 sunflower seeds. I'd like to pause for a moment and remind everyone that I have not even attempted to make the lotion bar yet, but I found the recipe and fixated on one ingredient that I may not even like. But here's me building a garden bed to accommodate over 50 sunflower plants. I mean, eventually it'll span the whole back fence, but moderation, right? First obstacle, parkland potatoes. It's the name the locals have given our rock problem. Cue shoveling ASMR. So I bought a garden fork, not that I have really any idea what it is, but I hoped it would help, and I eventually got the hang of it. The equivalent of testing tongs. Yeah, I thought I could get it done in one day. My phone stopped working, which means I did a lot of work that wasn't recorded. So this is the start of day 2. You can see I've got most of the big weeds pulled. The weeds that are still there, there's going to be a weed tarp that goes over them. That's not where I'm actually planting the bed, so it doesn't really matter like that every single weed is taken care of, especially because I am adding more raised bed soil, compost, and wood chips on top. So the likelihood of them being able to break through that and then still survive in the hopefully abundance of sunflowers is pretty low. But today I've got a lot of stuff that I really need to finish that I wanted to finish yesterday, but the work itself was a lot more time consuming than I thought. Shocker. So I spent about 8 hours yesterday just doing this tiny bit of work, and I was so exhausted I couldn't do anymore. So today I need to level out the back corner. Can't really see it from here, but there's some weeds that I can't get up, and there's a lot of dirt or a lot of rocks, so I can't get my tools in there to get them out. Additionally, well, I guess I need to remove that to try to make sure that the beds will be flat. I need to lay down the weed barrier. I need to set up the box, cut out the weed barrier where the box is going to go, and then fill up with raised bed soil, compost, and the wood chips. My husband was also exhausted yesterday, so we didn't actually end up getting all of the raised bed soil that we needed. But I am going to fill it up with what we have, and I'm hoping that it'll just magically be enough and that my husband's math was wrong. So we'll see. But let's see if I can successfully document today. We'll see. After already laying down 50% of the weed barrier, that's when I decided to see if there were instructions. I told you that this would be a recurring thread. Well, as is usual, I bullheaded my way through this project. And got to a point where I had to call my husband and be like, hey, this is a product that I see, or a problem that I see, like, what are we going to do about it? And then I was just sitting there talking to him. I realized I'm making more work for you, aren't I? So I was doing my best. I was so excited for this project, and I did all the, like the heavy lifting, but the finessing is best left to him. So I'm going to stop for now. I might ask him tonight if I can video him as he goes about fixing my mistakes and turning it into like a better finished product, as opposed to mine just wild mess. So we'll see how it goes. Turns out I still don't have the patience. Aiden asked if I wanted the ground leveled out, and I said, no, let's just fill it. So here's my beautiful cricket bed. I've already gone ahead and planted the sunflower seeds, but we found an ant colony in the wood chip pile, so that had to wait until the next morning after we had displaced them. I even threw in an extra bed at the end so Aiden could have his own flowers. So here's to growing. I hope you'll come with me on this wild adventure. Oh, and here are all the potatoes I found. I eventually stopped pulling them out of the ground because there were just too many.